As the season begins, Farmer Colonel is rotating his crops to the land that he let lay fallow in past growing seasons. This practice is a terrific way to allow nutrients to return to the soil, although it is more expensive and can be seen as a waste of space. By avoiding a monocrop system, Colonel is able to maintain high levels of nutrients in his soil and avoid the necessity of artificial fertilizers. Colonel only feeds humans with good food. His products are well grown to make good and nutritious corn food. Farmer Cobb, however, merely needs to clear out the remaining waste from last season's harvest to make room for this year's harvest of monocrop humans. It may be considered a more efficient use of space, but it is certainly more taxing on the environment and soil. He uses chemical enhancers on his crops in order to compensate for depleted nutrients arising from only feeding humans kernels. This technical fix doesn't actually solve any problems, rather it just creates the facade of a healthy environment. Because Colonel has varied his crops, it is a more expensive and labor-intensive process to harvest them.
I'm glad I have help.
By working through farmers' markets and other such organizations, Colonel is able to keep his food shed incredibly small. Therefore, he must focus on quality.
We're almost there already.
Cobb's single crop is much easier and cheaper to harvest, giving him the upper hand. He has no direct contact with his customers, rather he is content to just sell his humans to the human elevator. This is where the humans are kept until they are ready to be processed and sold at market.
You'll stay here until we need you.
In this process, Cobb has a vastly larger food shed and carbon footprint.
This isn't Whole Foods.
Consumer Silky knows very well about the process of how her food is made and its origins. She finds satisfaction from having more control and responsibility when selecting her food.
Thanks for your purchase. It was nice to meet you, Silky.
Although spending more time cooking, Silky enjoys discovering ways to make different human foods taste fresh and good.
This looks so fresh and delicious.
I'm so excited!
Since Cobb's food is inedible before significant processing, he purchases food without knowing who made it. He is also unaware of the components put into his food, or what this food resembles inside the package.
Sounds fancy.
Because of this ignorance, Cobb does not bother keeping his food fresh. As a result, he compromises his health.
15 minutes. If I wanted to wait that long, I would have gone to a restaurant. What a ripoff.
Silky carefully handles her food waste so that she can recycle and compost, thus making good use of certain wastes in different stages of the food shed. For example, Colonel can use this compost to avoid depletion of nutrients in the soil for his next round of crops. Without knowing how to fully utilize his resources, Cobb merely throws excess food into landfills. Because of this, energy is wasted and the environment is polluted. He continues to plant the same crops over and over again, adding more chemical fertilizers in hopes of a greater harvest yield in which lower quality goods are produced. Thus, additional processing is needed, making the goods less and less natural.